Good day, everyone. I am Angelo from Bulan, CEO and developer of AJJ Systems. Today, I will present about our newest project called Balay Buhay. Bagong bahay, bagong buhay, which aims sustainability, accessibility, and inclusivity of social housing projects here in Metro Manila. Balay Buhay is an app and a website that is accessible to smartphones or personal computers. It can be used by the public, social housing authorities, local government, and the private sector for information dissemination and for more accessible and fast transactions regarding social housing. Indeed, information is an essential tool, so why not use it effectively and efficiently using this app? Someday, better results will be achieved and manifested in the lives of many. Together with me is Justin Panganiban and Jorvina, CEO and developers of AJJ Systems. Now, let's move on to the mission and vision of our company and why we chose to develop this application. For the mission, to bridge the gap between the people and the social housing, and for our vision, we envision a community that thrives through sustainability. We all know that this is still hard to avail social housing projects because of the complicated processes in different offices. So why not, in using this app, let's make it more accessible and less time-consuming for both the local government, the social housing sectors, and for the public. For the rationale behind this project, we are guided with three core values: sustainability, accessibility, and inclusivity. Sustainability, because this app can be used throughout the year after its implementation. Since this allows transactions online, this may require less time and resources for both the social housing authorities and for the public in general. Accessible in the sense that people can use it using their smartphones and PCs, and in just one click, they will be having the information they are searching. And since we are also planning to give kiosks in every barangay in Metro Manila, the local government officials will have access to pertinent information that they can disseminate to their constituents. Finally, inclusivity, because using this app, we can eradicate discrimination. People can avail the projects anytime they want. They can also use this app to further their business and in connecting to the communities in a faster way. For its features, it can be used by the general public, social housing authorities, local government, and the private sector. First, we have the general public. So, for the people, they can be informed of the housing projects of the national government, local government, and the other private housing authorities through this app. And using this application, they can create an account that they can be used for application for socialized housing. They can upload in the app the files that are necessary for applying for buying or loaning a house, and files that are needed to be accomplished will be present in the app, so we can avoid bottlenecks in the offices and we can promote efficiency and effectiveness. Next, throughout the app, people can talk to social housing specialists to communicate their concerns regarding housing. From Mondays to Fridays, there will be free consultation through video conferencing wherein people can just sign up using the app in their account. Lastly, for the general public is the marketplace for MSMEs. The app can also be an avenue for MSMEs to sell their product online. There will be a feature wherein people are allowed to sell their products to their locality online to sustain the livelihood of the people, especially during this pandemic wherein face-to-face transactions are limited. Now let's move on to the social housing agencies. Using the app, they can post pertinent information regarding their projects and programs for the people. And how can people avail for these social housing projects, and what are the alternatives available? And lastly, posting of progress and transparency report, which is necessary for public scrutiny and for public information. Next, we have the local government. They can also post pertinent information for information dissemination. They can also post pertinent information in the app regarding their projects and programs for progress and transparency. They are also encouraged and required to post progress reports and transparency reports to be viewed by their constituents. And public assistance, since not every one of us is technology savvy or tech savvy, and others need guidance from officials, barangay officials will be the ones to assist people needing assistance. People can come to the barangay and use the app or the kiosk, or there will be a kiosk in every barangay facilitated by a technical official or any of the barangay officials. Lastly, we have the link to the National Housing Authorities. So using the app, local government officials can also get information that they can disseminate to the public. Officials should also closely monitor the app, especially the announcements of the national social housing agencies or authorities. They will automatically get a notification from the app. Last feature is for the private sectors. The app can also allows real estate brokers to post house rentals in the application. However, before posting, we will evaluate the real estate business legitimacy to avoid fraud and help the people find rentals that are affordable for them. And of course, before posting anything to the app, they must be properly registered and verified. And they can post their projects on the app or the website, which can be viewed by thousands of people and thousands of people who are searching for a house. And lastly, they can also post there on how can people avail and what are the benefits they are willing to give to the people. And for the cost and revenue streams, here is Justin Panganiban, one of the CEO and developer of AJG Systems. Thank you very much.
Good day, I'm Justin Panganiban and I'm one of the CEOs and developers of the Balay Buhay app. So first I'm going to discuss about the cost streams or the cost that our app shall entail. So this includes the miscellaneous fees, or for example, computers for a kiosk in every barangay in NCR. Next we have the maintenance fees, which includes the app maintenance and equipment. And next we have the salary of the technical team, and lastly, office rentals. Next, I'm going to talk about the revenue streams. So the revenue stream shall include donations, mostly from the general public, sponsorships from the private sector like tech companies or internet service providers. And lastly, we have the ads, or wherein the posts of the private sectors in the app are monetized, and advertisements can also be present in the app. So for our plan of action, this shall include 4 stages. So first we have the planning stage, which shall be done in the year 2021. So for this stage, the developer shall lay down the vision, rationale, features of the app, and other relevant details needed for planning. We shall also look into how different sectors shall benefit from the app, its cost and revenue streams, and plans for the risks in implementing the project. Next, we have development, internal testing, and revisions, which shall be done in the year 2022 and 2023. So in this stage, the developers and the technical team shall start developing the app while keeping in mind its design, interface, network requirements, and database. The app shall also undergo beta testing, and our team shall troubleshoot any bug that can possibly arise along the way. Next, we have implementation, which shall be done in the year 2024. So under implementation, we shall officially launch the app. As part of our value proposition, our team shall make sure that the app is accessible to all. So lastly, we have maintenance and system upgrade, which shall be done every 2 to 3 years. So under this stage, feedback from the general public shall be noted, and any bug that may arise from the app shall be handled by the technical team. Based on the feedback that we will receive, our team can plan accordingly for the system upgrade that we may implement in the future to better serve our clients.
So I am Jorvina, the CEO and developer in AJJ Systems. And first, I would like to talk to you about the impact of our application, Balay Buhay, to the housing sector. So first, we wish to make housing accessible to all walks of life. We wish to make housing accessible to whoever lives in the deepest of places, to whoever it may be an old man, a young woman, whoever may it be. We wish that this application would make housing accessible to all the walks of life. So another impact we wish this application would make is we wish that this application would serve as a platform for efficient dissemination of information. So this application can be used by those in the social housing agencies, and those in the offices. This app can be used as a place where they can dump news or constant updates that people would need to know about the social housing sector. Another impact that our app would do to the social housing sector, this would serve as an efficient and an effective database, and also a new place for transactions. As of now, in the social housing sector, in some government offices, the database is not yet fully digitized, or there are still databases that are in paper form. That is why we wish that in this application, all the data needed and all the data needed to be shared to those in the social housing can be put into the app and can be used as a reference or a guide in their line of work. And transactions in this day of time is difficult, especially in the pandemic. So we wish that in this app, you would make transactions faster, safer, and more effective by making the app a place wherein transactions can be made. Another impact that Balay Buhay can make in the social housing is this could be the digitization of work. So if this app reaches its updates and reaches its full potential, the app can be a platform wherein work can be done, and the application is capable of sustaining the work that needs to be done in the social housing sector. So we wish that Balay Buhay would lessen the time spent on processing requirements and transactions. Whenever someone needs something from government offices, or in particular social housing offices, so much time is spent just on processing the requirements, on going to the places wherein requirements need to be processed, and going through various offices just to get transactions done. So with this application, the time spent on processing requirements would be lessened and would be more effective, because the application can be a platform wherein requirements are submitted, and this can be easily processed to the computers of those working for the social housing agencies. And transactions can be done within the application, making it more safe, especially there's cashless payments, and transacting through just one individual in the application. So we wish also that this application would simplify the timeline for faster relocation. So the relocation of informal settlers in today's time is already more effective than those in previous times. But we wish that this innovation and this application will simplify the timeline. So for the decade goals of social housing here in NCR and here in the Philippines, this could fast track the relocating of a big percentage of those informal settlers. Another impact this app would do in the social housing sector is that housing that values accessibility and sustainability. Through our app, we make to We wish to make housing accessible by making sure that the processes and the systems in social housing can be done within the comforts of your own devices and even in the walls of your own homes. And we wish that housing will be sustainable for the environment and sustainable in a way that those given shelter, that those given houses would also be given opportunities for jobs, trainings, or whatever could help them with sustaining their livelihood. So who can we partner up with in the government and private institutions that can help us to make our initiative more worthwhile or more effective? We can partner up with Panganiban Fund, Habitat for Humanity, Social Housing Finance Corporation, OSHDP, HUDCC, Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development, and we can partner up with universities. As of now, specifically, we can partner up with the University of the Philippines System and also with our own college, the National College of Public Administration and Government. We believe that these processes and this initiative is purely something that could be helped or could be improved by these colleges. We also wish to tap in the future universities in the Philippines that are technically centered or technically focused. And we have chosen 3 app developers from here in our country that could help us make our initiative more efficient in a technical and technological standpoint. So we wish to partner up with 1902 Software, Prag Technologies, Optimine Technology Solutions. These 3 app developers that are based here in the Philippines have what it takes to deliver what we wish to deliver with our application. And we believe that these 3 app developers can be a big help in making our dreams more concrete and more realistic. We can also partner up with LGUs. For example, the City of Manila LGU, City of Pasig LGU, and QC LGU. We believe that they have the expertise and the experience when it comes to e-governance. That is why we can ask for input and even partner up with them to help us start up our database, start up with our application, and make sure that the systems can be open to the public as soon as possible. So mitigating the risk of the initiative. This initiative has so much rewards, but there's also a risk that comes with it. The first risk is manpower. What if we don't have enough manpower to help us develop our application and to help us get it started up? We believe that we can tap the universities, especially those who are IT related or have courses that offer app developing courses. We believe that these people can help us to add more manpower for our initiative. And we can also get manpower from volunteers that just wish to help those in the social housing sector. Another risk of this is that not everyone has connectivity to the internet, and so that they might not be able to access our application. That is why we would like to partner up with the housing agencies that are part of the government, private institutions, and LGUs, that they may give connection to certain barangay or certain households that are overlooked by the social housing sector. There's also a digital divide, especially here in the Philippines. Not everyone has an access to a device or to something that's technologically capable to run the application that we have. That is why we would like to partner up with telecommunication companies. We could also partner up with the LGUs, and the local government can help us with giving away devices and donating devices that can be used in order for the application to be accessible to everyone. And for the capacity of the LGU, we are anticipating that the LGU would not have enough information on how to use our application. That is why we would give training to LGU and public officials on how to use the application. We will also teach them how to teach other people on using this application. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening to what we can share about our application. Once again, this is AJJ Systems. In our application, Balay Buhay, and we believe na pag may bagong bahay, may bagong buhay. And Balay Buhay always will promote sustainability, accessibility, and inclusivity. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for listening to us today.